This is a Nekko Media podcast.
What's your pleasure, sir?
Welcome to the show, Cinephiles and Cenobites, to episode 6, Dead But Rising. I'm your host, Annika Pussyfoot, Cinderella Hellborn, the Burger of Change, the Fucker of Faces, full-time soul breaker, dog raper, Dan Stevens enthusiast, cheese-tasting hobbyist. Yo, I am all of this. Welcome to the show, and a happy new year to you all. About a week into 2018, and well, things are looking good. 1 year still here. Welcome back, listeners, and to you new ones, welcome. The boys Mox and Ono have a bunch to share. As always, on today's show, they'll recommend Jean-Claude Van Johnson. Mox reviews the short film The Optimist. Ono will review The Blackcoat's Daughter. They both share their New Year's resolutions and goals for 2018 on Schrody's ladder. And today's top 6 list involves film franchises that should have stopped at number 3. Stick around for all of that. It will be a hell of a time. On with the show! First up, the Slashtag configuration, where Mox and Ono review a newly released film. Basically, this episode's theme. Here, they review the latest film in the Insidious franchise, The Last Key. Is it the last film? Who knows? Slashtag configuration.
Alright, welcome to this Slashtag configuration, the first one of 2018.
That's right.
Yeah. Today we're going to review the latest film in the Insidious franchise, Insidious: The Last Key, directed by Adam Robidoux and written by Leigh Whannell.
Of course.
Yes. And so in this one we'll probably include some spoilers in this review. So this fourth film is another prequel set right before the
events of Insidious 1.
Yeah, chapter 1, after part 3.
After part 3.
Yeah, because she makes references to some characters from that film as well.
Quinn?
Yeah, Quinn. And she makes references to some characters in
Dalton.
the first Dalton, right? Yeah.
Who names a little boy Dalton?
I know.
Yeah, so it must be some kind of family name that's just passed down. There's no way you spot a little baby and you'd be like, that is a Dalton. It's like Rose.
You don't like the name Rose?
I'm thinking of like a grandmother name. I don't think I ever see a little baby and I think, what a Rose. What an 85-year-old Rose.
Because our child is 80 years old.
Or like Matilda, you know.
You don't like Matilda either?
No, that's old lady names.
Oh.
Although, it'll look funny once we start getting our first 85-year-old Imogens.
All right. So in this latest installment, recurring cast. Yeah. We got Lin Shaye.
Yep.
As Elise. Rainier Leigh Whannell Specs. We got Tucker by Angus Sampson. And
What else is Angus Sampson from? Because he looks familiar. I just don't know. Where.
I at the top of my head, I know he was in Fury Road. I think he was one of the let's say tattoo artists in there, or he's one of the part of the crew of the bad guy. What's his name? I forget.
I don't know. Laserface.
Yeah. We also have Kirk Acevedo as Ted Garza.
Of Fridge fame.
Oh, right. We're French. And Band of Brothers.
And Band of Brothers, yeah.
Caitlin Gerard as Imogen Rainier.
Yeah, she was great.
And Spencer Locke. She's Melissa Rainier.
Oh, her name is Spencer?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
And
that must be a family name, too. Who looks at a little girl and sees Spencer?
And we also have Josh Stewart as Gerald Rainier, the dad.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's one of Bane's henchmen. I think Bane's main henchman.
Oh yeah, that's right. And he was the voice of Case in Interstellar.
Oh.
But nice cast in this one, and for the length of the movie, it was only an hour and about 40 minutes and some change. It felt longer than that, though.
It did feel longer.
Yeah.
But for me, I was holding a bathroom break.
Yeah, that's why it felt.
Ass bladder.
Because this one, it's more personal.
It's way more personal. To me, it plays more like an emotional family drama with some horrific elements.
Yes, yeah, for sure. It was more dramatic than it was
horrifying.
Well,
in the strict sense of horror movies, yeah. There's a lot of horrific shit that goes on when you just think about it, but a lot of it is inferred, or you find out through dialogue rather than being subjected to the visual.
Yeah, and from what we've come to know as the Insidious movies, it's less paranormal in this one.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's a bonus to the paranormal. It's very grounded in reality, even though there is the paranormal spark. Yeah,
very realistic in this one. Yeah.
Or they tried to bring it over. Yeah, we're not by realistic. We are not discounting the fact that this movie touches into melodrama and has a lot of cheesy, like full-blown movie dialogue that just makes your ear ring. But it does hit a deeper emotional level. It's a little bit more impactful than the previous three.
So we get more background on Elise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the movie doesn't start in Insidious fashion.
No, it doesn't.
No ear-piercing violins.
Well, even when they bring up the title of Insidious, there's not that hideous, loud screech that always happens. It's like a like you were just saying, to let you know, like, oh, fuck, you in for some fucking Hitchcock on crack shit.
Yeah. So it's based... So the story is set in Five Keys, New Mexico.
1953.
Yeah.
The live-in house on a prison campus.
Yeah, so the house is part of a prison. It's not really a home.
I feel like why would her dad be the occupant of that house? Wouldn't it be like a warden or like a deputy warden?
Right.
They never identified his rank, but he's young enough that I get the feeling that he wasn't like Boss Dog.
Right, or
unless Boss Dog can afford to live off campus.
Unless that's how it was in the 50s, right? Because this is post World War II now. And we get that from the TV or what he's watching.
Right.
But I mean, no real significance, but that's just the times.
The timestamp,
Yeah. And
which they do drive home, talking about the transition from Lenin to Stalin.
Right.
Like, who the fuck gives a fuck? How's that
relevant
to the movie? Yeah. 1953, the title card or the title superimposition should have done it.
Yeah.
Like
that was enough, right?
That was enough, yeah. We get it.
Oh, I wonder.
I think that's just either setting up for some more parts or sloppy fucking editing, which I told you I feel there's a problem with. I feel there's a lot of dialogue that the editor should have caught.
Like, give me one example that you didn't like, or
every time Lynn Shay, or what's her name?
Elise.
Yeah, Elise. Yeah. Every time she explains you what we just saw visually.
Oh, okay.
And her and her brother. Oh man, I almost used Hawaiian. Her and her brother reconnecting or mending fences at the very end. Like, I feel that was an unspoken moment. We know they're both sorry. There was a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
It was not needed to be beat over the head with dialogue.
Huh. Interesting. I'm wondering, since we saw what she saw, but do you think that's important for her that we see she explain what she saw to everyone else?
No.
No, it's not important?
Not every single time.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
there was an important time, like maybe with the suitcases, she's telling the big dude.
Oh, yeah, right.
Fine. But every single time she has a revelation and we share it with her, she's like speaking her mind exactly what's going on and what's happening.
Ah, interesting.
And maybe the director didn't direct her on how to deliver the lines,
Yeah. But you think at this point, she's like, I know this character.
I don't know what she's like to work with, but I feel she's not a marquee name enough to where she's throwing weight around.
Ah.
In fact, this is the first time she is the protagonist of an Insidious film.
Yes,
She's either the mentor or
she's supporting.
Supporting.
Yeah, so she is the one driving this film home.
So I think she trusted the director's instinct. And that's why a lot of the dialogue she delivers, I feel, is just sappy and unnecessary. Part. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
You know why I think so too? Because the director has come from found footage.
Okay. One movie of note that he did was The Taking of Deborah Lang.
I have no idea if that's good. I skip it every time I come across it.
Is it Deborah Lang?
Morgan.
Logan.
We split the difference.
Oh, Deborah Logan. The Taking of Deborah
That's
Logan.
how unremarkable that film is. We don't even remember the fucking title.
Well, yeah, it could have just been a one-off. Or not a one-off, but an indie film. Right, so.
Well, there's indie films, remember.
I'll
You ever heard of this one film called The Blair Witch Project?
Ooh.
That's a little bit of an indie.
And of other things of note from this film, the jump scares are a bit basic, a little bit generic, but
Well, I noticed a lot of them. Like, I noticed me not getting scared, and I jump at a lot of jump scares, but I heard this guy laughing to my left, like just straight up clowning at it. So I knew he was like, "Oh, that's weak," or that's like,
not laughing too much.
Ineffective,
Yeah, because
inefficient.
in the previous films, a lot of the jump scares are very practical, and I guess more organic. Like it's just surrounding elements that triggered the jump scare, whereas in this film, it's all ghosts and stuff. So one example is
That hallway one, I know you cracked up. The
But
dad is holding, I guess, the mom's body and rushing through the hall.
Oh yeah, that was quick. Yeah, I'm like, okay, and you're waiting for the ghost in the background, and so we get like a close up of Elise. You're just waiting for something to pop up from behind, but we get a couple of those. So
There's a suitcase scare, so
Yeah.
when you watch that scene, and I won't tell you which, because that scene is long enough and there's enough suitcases
Right.
for you not to know which one I'm talking about,
Yeah.
but, it comes, because they just make you hold your breath and clench your sphincter so long that you release and contract so many times. By the time the jump scare happens, for me, it landed. That's the one jump scare that landed in the film for me.
and the characters of Tucker and Specs.
We go a little bit deeper with them. At least we see their Mac styles.
Right, and we see poor they're at their game, but we get another kind of reveal that how their choice of attire came to be.
Yeah, they didn't choose the Mormon look. That's how Elise's husband dressed, and she wanted them to present themselves in that fashion instead of like hoodies and fucking their podcast t-shirts or whatever their podcast brand Nekko Media t-shirts.
Right.
She made them dress like Mormons without the elder name tag.
The subtitle for The Last Key has no reference really to, I guess, keys, and there's the monster in this one's called Keyface. He's got keys for
Well, that's
fingers.
also a misnomer. He should be key finger.
But maybe the last key is a reference to the final chapter of Elise.
And the Insidious.
Yeah, I mean, because we know eventually what happens to her, and maybe she gets
What happens?
well in the first Insidious, right? She dies.
Not. She does die in the first one?
Oh yes.
Oh, I gotta rewatch that movie then.
Oh man. Yes. So that's why these movies are all prequels, because her character, like, in order for her to come back in the next films, right?
They have to be.
It'd have to be prequels.
Not necessarily, because if her niece takes the mantle, she can be from the dark realm
And she can pop up every now and then in the
and like
underworld.
give mentally advice. When we got the new girl, what her name? Imogen.
Imogen, yeah. Yeah, that's yes, that's what happens to her.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah.
I just know for a PG-13 movie, that first one that scared me. I watched it late myself one night. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" Oh, from James Wan, whatevs.
So it circles back, and so we get kind of a proper ending, and I guess maybe the last key, her character at least gets closure, in the family ties, So we know, or yeah, she makes amends with her brother, sees the mom, It's all right. It's a nice kind of ending.
Circular, yeah.
Circular ending, proper ending for Elise, yeah. And yes, Imogen can take the torch now.
Take that torch.
Continue with chapter 5.
And Specs, and they should have a kid.
Oh, Leigh Whannell's gonna write that in. They got
He should. Fuck, if I had the writing power, that's exactly how I'd script it.
Specs and Imogen get together.
They make a baby.
Well, they can get the whole Rainier family, right? We
Yep.
can get Melissa, Melissa.
And the fat dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and continue on with.
Nah, he made his choice. He chose that Jello.
Yeah, he did.
She was totally like thankful and kind of like, if he struck at the moment, I feel the iron was hot enough that if he wasn't a complete buffoon, it could have went somewhere.
I couldn't want to talk
But he
about.
chose the Jello.
Yeah, that's good Jello though. That's pretty bomb.
Hospital Jello.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, but Insidious chapter 4, the last key. Go watch CC.
Go watch CC.
Yeah.
With bearing in mind what we said about the film, but still, I recommend seeing it because it's interesting.
It is. It's it's a drama.
It's an interesting take. Yeah, it's an interesting take on the horror genre in mainstream theaters.
Right. Yeah, do it.
Leigh Whannell, big time.
Hey, how's it going? I'm in Ofray of the Taking the Lead Media Podcast, broadcasting from the island of Oahu. Here on the podcast, I release weekly playlists of mostly punk rock and hardcore tunes, occasional ska and indie rock, all independent music local here in Hawaii, around the country, and the rest of the world. Just recently, I've also had guests on the show, including local friends and rock bands, to record label heads and distributors. This is an Apple podcast, so do please check out the show on iTunes. It's also streaming on YouTube, search Taking the Lead Media, and on Tumblr at oneshotsideshow.tumblr.com. Hit me up on Twitter at TTLM Podcast and say hi sometime. You can also stream current and past episodes on this podcast website, takingtheleadmedia.com.
On this next segment, Mox and Ono recommend programming exclusive to popular streaming services here on Kicking and Streaming.
All right, well, welcome to this Kicking and Streaming. We are both going to recommend the same program.
Boom.
It's Amazon Prime original exclusive, Jean-Claude Van Johnson. Currently streaming on Prime, 6 episodes, and that's including the pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like took you guys a fucking year, but all right.
But these are the 5 new episodes.
Like 27 minutes long or 26.
Yeah, 27 to the 30. I think one goes to 33 minutes. So in that range. Jean-Claude Van Johnson stars the muscles from Brussels. The man himself, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Kate Foster as Vanessa. We got Moses Arias as Luis.
That's the dude right there.
Yeah, he's pretty dude. We got Felicia Rashad.
Yeah.
Tim Pepper as the director, Gunner. And I think that final fight girl, who is Christina, as Bar Polly, Pally.
Oh,
Yeah.
Weird.
And
that does not sound like a real last name.
But this one, so if you've seen the pilot, it's like that's a banger of a pilot.
That is a banger of a pilot. Yeah.
We all wanted that.
That shit was fire.
And I think I want to say the tone of the pilot is only shown in maybe like the first 2.5 episodes.
It gets muddled after that.
I don't want to say muddled. It gets more. I don't even say dramatic.
Diluted.
It gets It's not. It's no longer playing that kind of parody of himself, and now it's going into a kind of an original story.
I feel like it still is parodying, but there's also a drama original aspect. Like we're probing deeper, and like maybe that's his real story. Like he was from an orphanage, and he didn't grow up in a what those fucking birds called?
Oh, emu.
Emu. I was gonna say ulu.
Emu farm.
Like an emu farm. Like that part kind of hit me.
Yeah.
Like when he's peeling down the wallpapers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was a little bit sad. Like that was a little.
Yeah.
Had they worked that angle, I might have like you know,
Yeah. And the referencing of his previous work kind of is toned down, but they do play more just Time Cop. And
I feel they did that, and that was a good one because that stuck out in the first one as funny. Like
yeah.
especially because of Looper being a bite.
Yeah.
And like, failing.
Oh man. Well, which one failed? Time Cop or Looper?
Come on, son. Did Minority Report rip off Looper?
Oh man. Okay. And technically it's Time Policeman. Time Policeman. And when you got nowhere to run, you run to nowhere.
I will say Van Damme is on point though. Like
he is.
He's on point. I mean, his tone is consistent all the way through.
Yeah.
He also does well playing other like not paranormal but parallel versions of himself like Philippe. Alex are kind of good, better than Ernie voice.
Right.
I just totally butchered it. It sounds something like that. Actually, Ono got it closer though.
No. But the other characters by Kat Foster. I'm
really a fan of her.
Yeah.
In this, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of they don't. Well, they give her a background story, and I guess I want to say the overall tone of the film kind of it's modernized, but it still has that 80s kind of action sequences.
Very, very much. Even with like they're treating her backstory and her character seriously. But it is it's very surface like 1980s films like everyone's backstory is the same and it can be explained in like 30 seconds so we can get the fuck on with the plot.
Right.
Her father was Spec Ops. He didn't think she had it in her and she's been fighting that demon ever since. And then she gets her first kill and she's like reeling from that the whole thing until she gets a training montage from Je suis vidi.
Yeah.
And then she overcome in the end in a girl fight and she win.
She would, yeah. And we get because in the pilot he couldn't do the splits, and so that's his greatest gift is that. So he does it, but it's
his like welcome back montage was still I feel that's the funniest, that's the high point in this show. He goes to do the roundhouse, totally misses the bag and gets whacked in the face. And
you see it. He's getting better as the days go by. His character is getting back into it. But yeah, and that's so gut wrenching that split scene.
It really is. It's hard to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, just the part of feeling, as well, I guess as a woman too, but when you got like a, fucking not limb, but anyway, and then you're trying to like pull together a fucking. I like what he says. Seriously, a fucking helicopter, a secret helicopter.
Yeah. I was like, okay, sure.
He's trying to hold it close, but also, Ono was thinking, he's in his fucking 50s, and he's like doing the mad splits like when he was fucking kickboxer and shit.
Yes, and Time Cop.
And every fucking right.
Yeah, Time Cop. He does it in Bloodsport too. But yeah, it's a nice series. I think it feels like when you watch that last episode, it's like it's like a one long movie, and it kind of takes a tone of his full-length features as opposed to original. But he plays that parody on himself really well. And
he does, and that to me is his greatest work. Like in JCVD,
yeah,
I feel like I feel like JCVD was a little more subtle. It was a better artistic, but it didn't hit as many comedic highs as Jean-Claude Van Johnson did.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, Jean-Claude Van Johnson is currently streaming on Amazon Prime. 6 episodes. Get into it.
Yeah. Also, write Amazon or do whatever you can to get them to make a season 2.
Yeah.
And maybe give them a bigger budget so they can hire better writers. Like, there is something here. There is gold in these hills. It just hasn't been mined fully.
Right. Oh, I can get down with that. Yeah. Do it.
Don't go down that road. It's a horror movie podcast.
Welcome to Don't Go Down That Road Horror Movie Podcast with John and Rachel. I'm John.
And I'm Rachel.
And we are glad to be a Phantom Podcast Network member that you can find on downrightcreepy.com.
Downright.
Downright. Rachel, what do we do?
Well, we're a podcast that takes 2 horror films with similar themes, and we put them in a figurative fight at the end, so it doesn't matter if the movie was good or bad. It's just kind of based off character development / what we've just watched and made fun of.
That's right. We review. Yay! But we also get special guests to help us out sometimes, and sometimes we do special interviews with people in the business.
Yes.
We also do some reviews sometimes. It depends if we watched a movie we want to talk about. But we do lots of things. And we love our listeners to always be involved, so we're always open to suggestions and opinions, I guess. S.com, or you can check us out on iTunes and Stitcher or even Google Play. But most importantly, check them out on Phantom Podcast Network on downrightcreepy.com. Rachel, where else can they find us?
Well, y'all can take a gander at our social media. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at DGTR Podcast.
That's correct. So, thanks, and we hope you guys enjoy our show eventually.
And remember,
don't go down that road.
The horror movie podcast. Don't go down that road.
This next segment features a full-length movie review here on Secular Insanity.
For this Secular Insanity, I have the 2015 Unbroken Pictures film, The Blackcoat's Daughter. It is the directorial debut of Oz Perkins, and it stars Emma Roberts, Kiernan Shipka, Lucy Boynton, James Remar, and Lauren Hawley. The Blackcoat's Daughter is a thriller horror set at an all-girls Catholic school. Kat, played by Shipka, is left at the school and her parents aren't there to pick her up for winter break. Along with Kat, who is a freshman, is Rose, a senior, played by Boynton, who is also staying at the school. Her excuse? She told her parents to pick her up on a Friday, days after the actual date of the start of winter break. Oops. Yeah, she'd be lying. So these 2 students are under the care of the caretakers of the school, Miss Prescott and Mrs. Drake, played by Ilana Cross and Heather Todd Mitchell, respectively. Now there's a subplot in the storyline played by Robert's character Joan. Now she's traveling on her own and is picked up by Bill and Linda, a married couple played by Remar and Holly. Their story is that they're traveling towards a school, and Joan just happens to be traveling that way also. So these stories run amongst each other and eventually connect. The film jumps from storyline to storyline, back and forth, giving enough screen time to these three main girls for us to keep our interest until the end. So the thrilling part of this film is the mysteriousness of these characters. A dark, ominous score is consistently playing in the background, always heightening the tension of a scene. Sometimes it leads to nothing, conveying all the more curiosity as to where the story will lead to. And it's wintertime, so it's very drab, cold atmosphere in this setting. It's also set at a Catholic school, so this religious backdrop will also lead to some dark, evil themes in this story. It's a bit of a slow burn if you're waiting for the horrific parts of this story to kick in, but if your curiosity is piqued, it makes for a tension-filled ride full of twists and turns and horrifying events. Trust me, wait this one out. Much praise for this film's darkly themes and undertones, an evil thriller that's stylistic and horrifying to the end. Wonderful performances by the cast and a solid debut for Perkins. The Blackcoat's daughter, you'll watch CC.
All right. Welcome to the Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast.
Oh, Dave!
Episode number...
Dave! Hold the phone there, man. This isn't a show. It's a promo.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Wait, a porno? With just the three of us?
Oh.
Well, I guess I'm game if you guys are.
No, you idiot. A promo.
Oh, promo. I knew that. I was just cracking wise.
Okay, can we do this now? Wait, looks like I lost my notes. What are we gonna do?
Of course, okay. Look, I'll handle this. All right, everybody. I'm Christian. You may know me from TJF13. This guy over here, that's Dave Z. You may know him from Banana Laser, The Skeleton Crew, the ABCs of Hidden Horror. And this guy over here, that's Brandon.
That's Brandon? That's it? That sucks, man.
Yeah, what the hell's with that? There's nothing else you can say?
No, not really.
Well, he's quick with a joke.
Or a light of your smoke.
But there's someplace that I'd rather be.
Who cares about us? Let's say something about the cast.
Okay, cool. We're the Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast. We review, dissect, critique, and make fun of horror movies new and old.
Sounds a little bit cliche, but I guess it's okay.
Dave, why don't you tell them a little bit about some of our big shows, like the 40 Years of Horror, our top 50 slashers, even our classic format of pairing a new and an old movie together.
Yeah, and how I have to edit like 3-4 hour shows twice a month just because we watch and review so damn much.
Yeah, and how we do feature-length reviews, shorter length, round-robin reviews, top 20 topics, and a lot of fun interaction with listeners.
That about covers it.
All right, sounds good, guys.
I knew we could do it.
Tell the fine folks out there where to find us, Dave.
Oh yeah, Exploding Heads Horror Movie Podcast can be found on Horrorphilia.com, the Horrorphilia Network, LegionPodcast.com, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, and anywhere that fine podcasts are heard.
All right, that's a wrap. Now, guys, tell me, what's the deal with this porno?
Are you the caboose or the engine? Them's the jokes, folks.
This next segment features a short film review here on The Shortest Straw.
So, for this shortest straw, I am doing The Optimist. It's directed and animated by John Mervin. He did it entirely on Blender, so he did the modeling, the rigging, the animating, everything. So this animated short film follows a young woman carrying a stack of books as she makes her way to her favorite park bench to read the latest book that's flying off the shelves. So this film could easily be a short that opens for a feature film the likes of Disney or Pixar. It's that good. There's not too much to say about it without giving away the ending, but its use of color is amazing. It does a lot of the talking for the film since there's no dialogue. The score by Aaron Pantling is also perfectly on point, and it helps to accentuate this cute little story. So I recommend this film to anyone touched by the feeling of contentment. It's available on Vimeo and YouTube. Just search The Optimist by John Mervin. Start your day with it. You'll watch CC.
Alright, we're going to play the trailer for the upcoming film, the next chapter in the Maze Runner series, The Death Cure. out in theaters January 26th. This film we'll be reviewing for our 7th episode. These boots were made for walking. And here it is, the trailer.
We're running out of time. We've seen what's happening out there.
We're coming up behind!
Thomas. He'll show up eventually. That's what I'm afraid of.
They took you because you're immune to a plague that's wiping out the human race. They think you're worth sacrificing to find a cure.
They'll never stop. So we're gonna stop them. The last city. Wicked's whole base of operations. It's the Lion's Den in Bono.
That's where we're going.
3 years we spent behind walls trying to break out. Now we're trying to break back in. Alright, I get shotgun.
The world is dying. If we find a cure, that's the only way all this was worth it.
Do you regret it? What you did to us?
But I did what I thought was right.
There's no guarantee we make it back from this.
Well, we started this together. May as well end it that way, too.
You still care about it, don't you?
Don't lie to me!
Come on. How many kids do they have to round up, torture, kill? When the hell does it stop?
It stops when we find a cure. Thomas, you can save your friends. Or you can save us all. Please, Tommy.
Alright, this upcoming segment is the wild card segment in which anything goes. Schrody's Ladder.
Alright, well, welcome to this Schrody's Ladder. Today we're going to be talking about New Year's resolutions.
New Year's resolutions
For 2018. Hope you all had a wonderful and safe New Year's. Welcome back. Feels like it's going to be a good
We're
start.
still living.
Yes,
Yeah.
still living. A fresh start on everything.
Tabula rasa.
I think it's going to be the same resolutions for this year as it was the years before. But I'm going to try and make it a reality. I have one main one, which is to lose 30 pounds. Yeah.
30? Really?
I'm going to try to get down to 150.
You're 180 right now?
Yeah.
Where are you carrying most of that weight? Because you're not that big of a guy.
I think it's in my ass and my love handles. Maybe my face too. Ugh.
30 pounds. Now, is this a clinical reason for 30 pounds, or you just arbitrarily feel like
I think
you could shed 30?
According to my BMI, I think I'm considered overweight. But the shedding of the pounds is more towards also just trying to be more healthy. So if I eat healthy, I should be losing weight as opposed to gaining weight, right? So yeah, the working out should reflect the loss of weight. I think it's not just to lose the weight. Yeah, so I just want to eat better too. I feel like it will reflect that. But if I'm this weight but I don't look that way, and I just feel like I'm just eating Simon all the time, barbecue chicken, all the good food. But that's one goal. Maybe I'll give an update later in the year. Give me 6 months and see where we are from here. I don't have. The last time I weighed in, I was about 181.
We should do a documentary.
Documentary.
And like tag the weight loss, with the episodes of the following year.
Yeah.
So they can kind of follow along.
Okay.
See if there's any kind of arc of progression.
We'll start it now with the release of this episode. Give me 6 months. Yeah.
So by the close of season 2, we should see a new you, or at least some kind of change.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll see that then. Yeah. Well, okay. Give me until season 3 opener, and then we'll see.
To lose 30 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have until.
Okay. When are you gonna start documenting?
Oh. Right now, this episode.
Yeah.
Well,
right.
an actual video or picture. We'll do a picture then, and I'll release it with this episode.
Okay. I feel like you should document what you're eating and your workout habits are too, and maybe sleep patterns. Because I know you're a workaholic. You also edit 3 shows and produce 3 shows, so there's a lot. Like it'd be interesting.
Well, when do you sleep?
And it's more content for our website.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
That'll be
don't
interesting.
know if I'm gonna do weight loss thing too, but maybe I'll think of something that I can document that way too and keep track of.
Okay. Yeah.
My main goal this year is to write 3 scripts and attend that Hawaiian class, or those 2 Hawaiian classes.
Is that Hawaiian language class?
No,
Oh.
it's a genealogy class and a mo'olelo class on I guess popular Hawaiian myths, but there's some language and protocol involved that I'll have to get over myself on, like oleing to enter into the classroom.
Oh, okay.
Which I feel is super silly, but it's the Hawaiian way apparently. So.
Oh, nice. 3 scripts. Are you working on them already, or?
I'm working on We Have Candy.
Okay.
But I'd like to get 2 definite genre films. We Have Candy is more like an indie coming of age romance bromance movie. With elements of genre, but I want something that is clearly genre. I want 2 of the scripts to be clearly genre and not just my independent movie thing.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Then I think for season 3, or 2019, I think make a movie, a short, but fucking get back in the game.
Nice.
But yeah, for this year, I'm gonna put down 3 scripts, 3 feature length scripts, flushed out, and I'm gonna enter it in contests and get feedback, start getting back out there with writing.
Nice. Oh, okay. That's sweet. Another goal is to get our album out for Critical Mass.
Really?
Yeah.
You wanting to like finally lay it down and then put it on wax?
Wax? Yeah, on a CD. Sure.
Well,
yeah.
Because
I already got the track listing, yeah, but it's just demoing it and just putting it all together.
And how produced are you wanting to do that? Like at the same level as we do our show, or like you want to get into an actual studio and then send it to California to be mastered and remastered and all that shit? Or we're going garage style with the
garage
8-track?
style, yes. That way we can release that version, and then if we ever get into the studio, it's like, okay, this is how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I feel like let's spend no money, just time and creative juices on it. That way there's nothing we have to recoup.
Right.
We can just put it on there, and if it falls into oblivion or just gets mocked into the shadows, that's like, well, whatevs. Okay. It's more about us getting something done, right? And putting it out there. This album is like fucking 14 years coming.
Yeah, these songs are 15 years old. Jesus. Okay. Someone has to hear them finally.
I know. There are teenagers that aren't as old as these songs. They're like people in high school having like full lives and personalities that are not as old as the songs on this album.
I also want to train for the Great Aloha Run.
MMA.
For
Great Aloha Run is next month, right? In February?
Yes, I know. For 2019.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Maybe eventually a marathon. I want to run one marathon once.
The Hawaii Marathon.
Yeah.
Talking 26.5 miles.
Yeah. I know, right?
And in Hawaii, that's super boring. We don't even have 26 miles. So you run to fucking Hawaii Kai and then you run back.
That's it. Yeah. Ooh, and you run on the freeway. Yeah. That's crazy. I seen the night before they had signs out in my friend's place at Kahala Mall. Like you can't park on the street from 1 to like 4 p.m. 1 a.m. to like 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Yeah.
I guess they run through there. Like
they do.
Like by Kahala Mall. It's like, oh yeah, because it kind of you go that backside Waikiki, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they come up on like Kilauea or whatever, and then they cut on that fucking big ass street by Kahalo.
And then they run by Diamond Head too, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they run around now.
Maybe 1 year I'll run that marathon.
You should, dude. I mean, fuck. I kind of always wanted to, just once, but fucking, I don't know. Right now, I'm not even trying. Like, I can't even get to a walking 26-mile fucking weight, let alone like running it. Plus, you gotta pay money too. Like, I'm like, fuck.
Right,
like, fuck
right.
you in your finisher shirt. I'm gonna pay like $200 for this fucking shirt only if I finish it. But whatever. I think it's the experience more than and goal setting, right?
Yeah.
We're about to be middle-aged men.
Not
get
yet.
active. I said MMA as a joke because that's a 20-something training out of nowhere. Like I feel like when I was in my 20s, every time you roll up on somebody you hadn't seen in a while, they tell you they fucking training.
Training MMA?
It's like, oh, what you training? Yeah, MMA. So I'm doing that little Muay Thai, little jiu-jitsu. Like,
and
okay,
drinking
that's
green bottles, and you get the
that's the
truck
third
bed
element.
truck bed, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Sparring with your boys in the garage. But yeah, it's a life. It's a way of life. But yeah, you should go for the marathon thing. But yeah, definitely get those 30 pounds down by season 3, and then further that.
We're gonna
training.
start shooting video, and so I gotta be fit for these videos.
Well, I mean, we're going shirts on, right? Like, I don't know if you're trying to body by Jake because you think we're gonna be filming like in fucking Twilight, never a shirt on, always raining.
Yeah,
but I mean, up to you.
Yeah.
If you got it, fucking flaunt it. This show could definitely use sex appeal. We're the same sexless nerd vacuum as every other fucking movie podcast that ever was.
Unless you're a podcast that does a podcast with their significant other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, then that elevates you to the next step of nerds. Then you're both nerds. But the fact that you got a fucking girlfriend, wife, or a girl who would hang out with you to do a show automatically makes you cooler.
Right on. Yeah, those are some of our goals for this year and resolutions.
The big ones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always the little ones. Lose weight, diet, work out regularly, cut down on smoking, cut down on drinking, get more serious about shit. But yeah, definite. The 3 scripts and those 2 Hawaiian classes for me.
Cool. 1 album, 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
And,
I like that.
yeah.
2 big decided goals, right?
Yeah.
Each.
Sure. Yeah. Well, good luck to you, sir.
Good luck to you, sir, and I thank you.
Yeah.
And I wish us both the best of luck.
And happy
And
holidays.
everyone else too.
Yes, everyone
well,
else
it's
too.
January. I mean, we passed holidays. It's time to get work done.
It's time to go to work already.
Time to get work done.
Yes. All right.
Shake off the fucking Sunday New Year's Eve, and it's time to get work done, everybody. Come out of that haze. 2017's done.
Yeah.
Get that resolution.
All right. Peace.
All right, time for intermission. And just so you don't forget who you're listening to, let me remind you with this. We Alright, this is the final segment of the show. It features the top 6 of whatever category Mox and Ono choose. Here, S2EP06.
The box. We came. Now you must come with us. Taste our pleasures.
All right, welcome to this S2EP06. Today we're going to be talking movies that should have stopped at part 3. And
yep, admittedly,
yeah,
some of the ones on my list should have just stopped at 1, but
right. Yeah, I think some of my picks should have stopped at 1 or maybe even 2.
And then there were some I wanted to put on the list, but they end at 3. So why did we pick 3?
Actually, I think this is your pick.
I just randomly picked 3, like
it should have stopped
to
at
be
3.
different.
Yeah.
That's irritating. That's obnoxious of me, doing something different just to be different. Like, what the fuck is why 3? Anyway, I chose it and it's there, so we'll just deal with it.
All right. So before we get started, if you hear this, our picks are different.
And if you hear this, it means our picks are the same. Top 6 franchises that should have stopped at 3. Go!
All right. At my number 6, I have Underworld.
Fuck! Oh, I didn't even think of Underworld. They totally should have stopped. In fact, they should have stopped at 2, but
yeah. Well,
ooh, I kind of want to steal that now.
That third one, it was okay because it's a prequel, right? And so that I thought that was good because then it gave all that backstory.
But it wasn't a terribly good movie, though.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. I think a lot,
and especially, for following Evolution.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I've seen some people hate on Evolution. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That was the baddest one in the fucking series.
For sure.
Marcus is a fucking merc with wings. I mean,
yeah.
You thought Victor was bad. This dude can fucking fly. He's like Nemesis Enforcer from G.I. Joe, the fucking cartoon movie.
All right, yeah. Serpentor. I think that was his name.
No, Serpentor was like a serpent. I'm talking the flying dude. You know the one that the mercenaries got to fight with.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Right. I think his name was Nemesis Enforcer. Anyway, also, did you know that one of those 3 introduced guys, Mad Dog, he's Samoan?
Really?
He's like, they actually wrote a Samoan into, like, he's not just look Samoan, he fucking is Samoan. And then I went back and looked at a clip. They even have him kind of talk like this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Also, I mean, I guess props to Samoans, but that's pretty racist, man.
No, that they're working in different identities. As a, not stereotypes. Well, I guess those stereotype, whatever.
Right. Not to plug The Rock, because I'm not a huge fan, but that Samoan is the highest paid actor in the world right now.
Yeah. And he I guess puts emphasis on his Samoan side as opposed to his black side.
You know why? There's so many huge blacks already. You know what I mean? They got motherfuckers from Supreme Court. They got motherfuckers rocking billions. Like, let us have one. Okay, so for my number 6, fuck, I wish I said Underworld. I got Transformers.
Oh, wow.
I really didn't like anything past the second one, which I think is, what is that? Revenge of the Fallen or Dark of the Moon? I fucking lose track.
Yeah, I think I want to say Dark of the Moon. I don't know.
Not great movies, but popcorn movies, eye candy. But what are they on, like part 7 already? There's really nothing to be fucking done. They've already brought in samurai and dinosaurs. Now they're bringing in fucking King Arthur or some shit.
Right. Well, yeah. But they didn't have Tyrese in that last one.
The dinosaur one.
Or yeah, the one that came out last year. At my number 5, actually, I have Transformers on that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think they should have stopped. Like they should have introduced Mark Wahlberg, like, and as a continuation of the previous 3. So if they were to have Mark Wahlberg, they should have started like a brand new trilogy.
Well, maybe they are, or you think they're just like hashing them out as they come?
Because it follows that same timeline, right? So there's nothing
before Shia LaBeouf and company.
Oh.
So yeah, so it's like, because in that last one, man, it's like wasteland already. Of course, humans can't coexist with, Decepticons.
Like, how the fuck do we keep winning? And then how are we supposed to win this one? I saw like Optimus Prime turns evil.
Yeah. Oh, I don't get it anymore. Yeah.
And where the fuck is Rodimus? But anyways.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Number 5.
For me, I got Wishmaster.
Oh wow! Really? Woo! That's a little high. Did you watch the next 2? Like after the first one? Like I mean,
I saw 1, 2, and 3, but I can't remember 2 and 3. They just weren't very good.
No, they weren't.
But the first one, I thought the first one was awesome.
They did, and like the wishes after that in the next 2, like the next 3 movies, like I didn't start 4 yet, but it was tough getting through 2 and 3 though. Like, cause then like the wishes, right? Like, oh, go fuck yourself. All right, wish granted.
I know. He's like, I feel like you should say, I wish,
yeah,
blah, blah, blah. Not just, I feel like he was going around randomly picking something you said and like, granted.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Or like, I wish for all this to end, or like, oh, get me through these bars, and like he forced them through the bars.
He just like forces them through.
Oh,
it's like,
terrible.
Okay, now you're just getting fucking stupid, ridiculous. It should have some kind of monkey's paw, payback type of deal, like an ironic, not just a literal fucking fuckover. But yeah, they gave up on that one. I think the team who worked on the first one did not return.
No, they're like, we're gonna take it in this direction. No, don't. Oh, yeah. Anyway,
I mean, number 1 was a stretch on credibility, anyways, but it was new. No one had done anything on genies before,
right?
And the term jinn wasn't commonplace, wasn't common knowledge, so that was interesting.
Right.
But from 2 and beyond, they're just like, fuck it, we're a BC movie already.
Oh man, yeah.
They're like a step above Sharknado, but Sharknado realizes what it is. That's why it's so awesome. Okay, so number 4.
Number 4, I have Children of the Corn.
Oh fuck! For me, I didn't like any of them. Not even the original.
Oh, the original one was legit. Like it was like terrifying, and then like after that, I didn't take the kids seriously. Like.
Well, that's how I felt about the first one. It was creepy, and he who walks behind the rose sounds like something scary.
Yeah.
But like literally, a village full of kids. Like, I'll kick a fucking kid in the face. Like, don't try to stop me from exiting.
Well, I don't care if you got a scythe. What are you gonna do? A pitchfork?
I know. Like, is there no other scythe in the town? Like, that gives a 12-year-old advantage over me? Come on.
Oh yeah.
It's like, how big is this fucking town? Just run. Like you can literally run through that town. But
I think I had part 6 as part of like a collection. Like you buy one DVD, it comes with like 8 movies. And like, part 6,
I didn't run into that kind of deal, but that sounds dope. I know Sam Goodies used to have some ridiculous ones, like sell them in the 4-packs and shit. But I never did hear of buy 1 get 8 free.
Like it all fit on like the same disc, right? So I was like, all right. Or
okay, if that's what
one
you mean.
of those.
I was imagining like a stack of 8 movies.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen those things.
Or like the 10 movie deal with like 3 discs and stuff. It's like, all right, I can do this. It's got Doll Man, Puppet Master 3 on there.
Oh, all the what is that? New Moon?
Or Full
Castle
Moon.
Rock or something.
Yeah, one of those.
Something like that, right? Something Moon.
So if it was like Children of the Corn Part 6, it didn't come with like the first, or like Part 5, 4, and 3 is like just randomly number 6. Like, all right, was Part 1 through 5 part of another collection that didn't make it on this one? Come on, man.
They just were overstuffed on 6. They're like, here, have this one.
I'm surprised it kept going though. Like there was an audience for it. It gave people work.
Speaking though of like Dollman and Demonic Toys, they were the first studio to do in-universe crossovers.
Oh yeah, wow.
Well, I don't know about the first, but they
Yeah.
were doing in the 80s and 90s what
Yeah.
Marvel is making famous today.
All right, number 4.
Oddly enough, I got Puppet Master.
You know,
Although,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, although I think it's Puppet Master number 4 that I like the best. That's the one where the toys turn good, right?
Because it's weird. Yeah, like I remember trying to do like a marathon of them, and like the storyline kind of clashes. Because then, like the
They pull a
creator,
DuckTales.
yeah, like the creator of the Puppet Masters becomes a puppet, but like he does it like he has kind of evil kind of plan to like do stuff, and then the puppets kind of like are like, no, you did this with, your intentions were good before, now you're just taking advantage of it. And so like I think they kill the master at one point. Like it was like the second or third movie, but yeah, that's what I remember of it. And then like the puppets are like good, yeah, at one point.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, but
I don't know if that's number 4, but
yeah.
yeah, I liked the first one, and then after that, it just was like fucking sequel fever, like for no reason. Like the story didn't continue so much as rehash. Like some unsuspecting saps check into that shitty cliffside motel,
All
right?
right.
Actually, hotel. Like who the fuck wants to stay in a fucking cliffside hotel other than American Wedding? Like that shit is mad scary.
Yeah. Oh man, that's number 3, right? Number 3.
Yeah.
Wishmaster. Yeah, rightfully so. Oh, I might watch part 4 later. I think
What did they stop at? 6, 5?
I think 4. I think that was the 4th one.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
The Shudder has parts 2 through 4. Or they might
just
even
couldn't
have,
get the rights to number 1, huh?
they might
Prime
have
got it.
they probably have it, yeah. They probably have all 4 actually. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah. I know they have like they sometimes they come back again, and sometimes they come back again. No,
Yeah, those motherfuckers should have stopped at 1. I really liked the first one.
yeah, that was really good.
And I didn't expect it. It just popped up on fucking HBO one night in the 90s. I'm like, what is this movie? It's pretty fucking gnarly.
I think the second one kind of stays true to the book or the short story. In terms of how they have to stop the guys from coming back. Like they have to like shed blood on their own. It's kind of actually very ritualistic, and there's some black magic involved and spells.
Nice.
Yeah. You're number 3.
I got Karate Kid.
No way, that made the list. Oh, it should
I
have.
really fucking hated the Hilary Swank one. I just really hated it.
That was
And I
number
really
4
hated the
technically,
remake.
right? That was number 4.
Yeah, I know. That's why they should have stopped at 3.
Right.
I could deal with 3. 3 was
It ended it, right? It like, I guess, but yeah, I can see like the next one. Yeah, Hilary Swank, a girl.
I mean, to me, if they were going to replace Ralph Macchio, they should have done it by 2. Because he's fucking irking. Daniel LaRusso is just fucking irking.
Oh, Daniel's son. Oh, poor Daniel.
But I actually liked part 2. You know, it picks up right in the parking lot right after the competition.
Yeah.
And then the journey to fucking Okinawa, I think.
I think because it's
Which
like,
is, by the way, Hawaii. A lot of
Alright.
it was shot in Hawaii.
I think, I don't know if this is true. I think they actually, all that stuff in the beginning of part 2 was already filmed during part 1. So like, I don't think it was originally intended to end at the competition, right?
Oh.
But then it makes sense because then, and then on a high note, not when like your teacher's pissed off and like breaking your trophies and he's hitting car windows. It's like, all right.
I know, and he busts up his own fucking fists and shit. Like,
It's like, oh.
nice job with the tendons, dummy.
Yeah, and he goes, honk. Oh.
Okay. Oh,
And
wow.
I like 3 in the sense that it reminded me a little bit, or what would later remind me of Karate Kid 3 was Spider-Man 3. You know, Daniel gets that new teacher, who's
Oh,
making him
right.
bad, like
Yeah.
fucking Spider-Man getting the black suit, and they're
Yeah.
both goofy at being villains.
Right. Oh. And, or when he broke that tree. That was so like, oh, hurry up and get it in the water. You gotta tape it up, tie it
Oh
up.
yeah, yeah. The
Oh.
rescuing the bonsai
Yeah.
scene.
Oh, they went into business together to go sell bonsais. Oh, nice. All right. I didn't expect that one. Yeah. Good pick. Good pick.
Thank you.
My number 2 now. We're at number 2 already. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leprechaun.
Oh my god, yeah, I didn't even think of Leprechaun.
I didn't watch. I watched 1 through 3, and 3 was a little bit tough to get through, but it wasn't bad. But you can just see on the covers of 4 through 7 that it was like, this is over already. The series is over.
Yeah, it just became a gag, you know. I feel like the audience,
Leprechaun
they
in
only
the hood, and then you have in
Leprechaun in
space.
space, like at that point they are making it solely for fucking groups of stoners to laugh at. Like that's their only audience. There's nobody who's like,
I mean, I could be a fan of the first one, like the second one. The third one was tough, but you're gonna get me to watch Leprechaun in the Hood. Like, I wonder, like, what idiots would do? They really want these gold coins? Do they want a pot of gold? I don't think people in the hood are looking for pots of gold. And what's he doing there anyway? Is it
that's like the least Irish place they could set Leprechaun in
like
the fucking
I
hood.
want to see Leprechaun in Boston or something, or Leprechaun.
That would be kind of hilarious.
Like, that's where he belongs. I don't know.
I kind of like. Did you like the remake? I kind of liked it.
Which one was that one?
It just was called Leprechaun.
Oh, is that the one they're actually like in Ireland?
They're in Ireland, yeah.
Okay, so that was affiliated with the Warwick Davis series.
Yeah, that was the reboot that never took off. A lot of hate for it, but I liked it. I mean,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched it. I didn't know it was linked to that one. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah, I know it's a red box. That's where I got it from. I think. You're number 2 now.
The Jack Ryan movies.
Really? You mean like Clear and Present Danger?
Well, the first one was Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, Hunt for Red, and then they went to Patriot Games, right?
Right, and then I feel like they should have ended at Clear and Present Danger. There's not been a good one since.
You didn't like the
The
one
worst
with...
being Sum of All Fears. That is the worst one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't too much into that, but did you like the Chris Pine one?
I didn't.
Oh, because that was a prequel, right?
I was gonna love it. I was gonna love it because they had Kevin Costner in it,
Right.
but it just didn't play. Like the action wasn't great. The story was boring.
It kind of I don't know if it breaks the timeline in the Jack Ryan series. I guess it's meant to be like any time, right? But they did reference 9/11 in that Chris Pine one?
Yeah.
And that's why he
I'm
wanted
pretty
to
sure
join,
they did,
right?
yeah. Oh, that makes sense. That's like a lot of real life people, you know.
And then
Chris Kyle from American joined because of that.
And his wife is his physical therapist, right? Or becomes his wife.
Yeah, well, I think she becomes a doctor too later. Or
Right,
she
yeah,
is a doctor.
Yeah, she becomes a doctor. And then
that was Keira Knightley, right? I'm pretty sure it was Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
But originally the wife was first Anne she was a big actress in the 80s. And
Right, yeah. I know who you're talking about, yeah.
and now what's his face? Amazon is doing it as the series this year. And it got the dude from The Office as Jack Ryan.
Oh, nice. All right, so before we get to our number ones, here's some honorable mentions. All right, so my first honorable mention goes to Kickboxer. And,
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
yeah.
But I think because I hated fucking every single one after.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Like, to me, it's not kickboxer without Van Damme.
Right. Second honorable mention goes to Bloodsport.
How many Bloodsports did they get up to?
Man, I swear there's like a fourth one, maybe a fifth one. And it's one of those, it came in a pack of like 5 movies. 5 movies on one disc. It came with like, that one Jet Li movie. Not the one, but I don't know, Black Mask, I think it's called.
I was just gonna think that's like the most giveaway one. That movie stuck big.
Yeah. And honorable mention number 3, Land Before Time. Yeah. I think that probably started the whole trend of straight movies or cartoons, right? Straight to video. Because there's like a whole series of them coming out. And like, how many times can these kids travel? But I mean, like, because that was the whole point of like, right? The first one was going to like the new area. But
Yeah, what was the name of it? Gotta get to new brother something. With the cute little kid voice.
I just remember Littlefoot because he has little feet. And Sarah, I think the
Fucking that movie just straight. That movie just straight ripped off Bambi, though, right?
Well, I don't know who killed Littlefoot's mom.
The T-Rex.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense. That's true. Yeah, the T-Rex did. It's because of top of the food chain.
Until Jurassic World created that other motherfucker.
Right.
The one that can camouflage and like write novels.
Yeah.
And fucking solve physics equations and shit. So my honorable mentions. First one is Child's Play.
Wow. That was an honorable mention. Huh. Yeah,
I was gonna put it on the list, but I actually liked Child's Play a lot. It's just when they started doing Son of Chucky, Bride of Chucky.
The first 3 were good. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. You know, and in fact, I kind of actually love part 3 where Andy's in military school.
Yeah. And then
I'm like, poor fucking Andy Barclay. I mean, he's getting pursued by a fucking doll for like 10 plus years.
Oh, man.
And he comes back in the last 2. The actual kid who played Andy Barclay.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, he's back in Cult of Chucky and the one right before, I think Curse of Chucky was. And he's at the very end.
He plays Andy.
And he plays Andy, yeah.
Nice.
I haven't seen Cult of Chucky yet, though. It just looks too fucking ugh.
All of them look too ugh.
Wait, you aren't a Chucky fan? Like, I used to love Chucky.
No, like after part 3, like it was like.
Oh, yeah, they just started getting fucking stupid. And Jennifer Tilly, like nothing against her, I just can't stand her voice. Okay, number 2, The Omen.
Oh wow, okay. I think I've only seen the first part. Part 1, like, and partial, not the whole thing. Because, I mean, yeah, I can't take, like, a demonic kid seriously.
Well, I think he was the first, like, actual demonic kid. So,
right.
From nowadays, yeah, I can't watch any fucking demonic possessed kid or Antichrist kid.
Yeah.
You know, that ship sailed already.
Can't take
In fact, the first Omen is not even really scary anymore.
What is his name? Damien?
David.
Oh. Demonic.
And then the adult Damien is actually fucking Sam Neill.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay.
Yep. Oh, okay, and my last one, Wrong Turn.
Oh, wow. I didn't even think of those. Like, I actually kind of enjoyed those.
Like even 4, 5, 6, 7, all of those.
I haven't gotten to those ones yet, but like I wouldn't mind watching it, continuing to watch it.
I mean, I might, but it just from 2 on, like 2, I was already starting to get silly, and then by 3, I'm like, okay, so we're just doing a fucking We're doing a Wishmaster, like for no fucking nothing has to make sense. Just over the top gore, sex, and murderous fucking hillbillies. All right.
Damn. Oh, okay.
I really love the first one. I didn't expect it to be so badass.
Oh wow. All right.
Okay, so number ones.
Number ones. My number one actually have Child's Play.
Oh.
Like, cause I really like the first three, but like after that, it's like no, that's why are you continuing? Like, oh, I didn't like any of the ones. Like I what was the one after? What was the fourth movie? Was it Seed of Chucky?
I think Bride.
Bride of Chucky. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not get that at all. Oh,
That was for nothing. I mean, and then after that was Seed of Chucky, which started becoming comedy already.
yeah. Like, what can Chucky do? Okay, sure. Oh my goodness. But I absolutely love the first three. Both all were terrifying. Like, and I mean, because I've seen them as a kid, so like.
I know. Oh, so my number one is Bourne.
Okay,
the
wait.
Bourne trilogy should have ended it.
You didn't like the Jeremy Renner one?
No, I thought it was boring as shit.
Oh man, actually.
And by this point.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I enjoyed that one, and actually, cause then I didn't like part 2 because it was so disorienting. Like there was lots of, like it was like watching the Blair Witch almost.
Too much shaky cam.
Yeah, and then when they introduced Jeremy Renner, I was like, whoa, this guy is a cool dude. And I think that was
like
after
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
But I, and I was ready to like that movie. One, there's not enough action at all. Two, we're bordering into Captain America territory because they're talking about souped up super soldiers. Like fucking Jeremy Renner and the rest of those guys had to take pills to make them fucking superhuman and smart.
Right.
Without the pills, Jeremy Renner was a fucking idiot. To me, it suffers from the same flaws as Limitless.
Okay.
It's like, oh, so you take a pill. Give me back the real fucking, Jason Bourne and shit.
Yeah.
But, I do feel that part 2, Supremacy, is the weak link of the trilogy. With the high point being the last one, the Ultimatum.
Damn.
I thought that was the best one, the Ultimatum.
Oh, okay.
Definitely the best fight scene.
Right on.
And it actually won an Oscar for editing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
And so, yeah, that is our list.
That is the
we didn't have any of these.
Yeah.
Like, we had a couple same picks on the list, like different slots.
Right. Oh, almost there. All right, cool. Well, that is it. 6. Top movies that should have stopped at 3.
Yup.
All right, that is it for this episode number 6. Dead But Rising.
But Rising.
Hope you enjoyed it. And Happy New Year to everyone out there. 1 week into 2018. It's been good so far. I think it's only been 8 days. But, yeah. And yeah, here's to a new year, I guess.
Yeah, definitely check out the website. We've got a bunch of new reviews now by the talented Miss Meredith Brown. So, and it's a lot of like fringe indie horror on there too, like films you've probably never heard of, but you should definitely give a look when they come out, or if they're out already.
Yes, shout out to Meredith. Thank you for joining the team.
Thank you very much for joining the team. I think you can check her out at Twitter, Mary J. I want to say Mary J. Brown, but that could be wrong. I'll make sure to have it correct by next episode.
Yeah, and check her out on the site nekkomedia.com under blogs.
Yep.
And reviews.
Blog reviews.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dope shit.
Have you stuck to any of your resolutions?
Well, for the 1 week, the main resolution is 3 scripts this year, right?
Oh, okay.
I got the first deadline in March, and then the minor ongoing resolutions is lose weight, fucking quit smoking. So as far as that goes, those 2 points, hell no.
Oh, I haven't started yet. Okay. Yeah.
What about you? You jogging it?
Yeah.
Or just jogging it?
Just jogging it and jacking it.
Dope.
Yes. Yes. So for the coming weeks, we have another episode coming out this month, and the release of finally some CC audio theater. So please check that out soon.
Is that the girl in the pink ribbon, or is that
no? That's Say Cheese. But yeah, here's to 2018. 1 year still here. Be sure to check us out on the tweets at cynical_mass. Same goes for our Instagram and Facebook, cynical.mass. Be sure to visit the website nekkomedia.com. That's NEKKO media.com. And we'll also be on Tumblr and on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you think how the Raiders looking this year?
Well, they fired Jack Del Rio after we got whomped on by San Diego. So, fucking, that was a happy New Year's Eve for him.
Sorry to hear that.
So I don't know. They're not looking good, dude. They did worse this season than last season, And Carr was there the whole way, but I wonder how much his fucking broken toe foot thing, affected. We'll never know how last season could have went had he not suffered that injury.
Oh, right.
And we had the 2 worthless backups in the fucking world, like 1 hit and they're down. Not that the hit they took wasn't good. I mean, I take one of those, I'm probably laid up in the hospital. But I mean, these are pro fucking athletes. I don't care if you sit on the bench. You are a pro athlete who made the team, who dressed, who rode the bench. I mean, that's fucking something.
So all that training to be number 1, and you finally get the opportunity, and you show nothing for it.
That's like, Eminem in 8 Mile, right? He finally gets his moment, and then he'll choke. Like, come on, dude, you're supposed to seize it. Not fucking get sacked and then dust already.
But that means that experience in the field does matter, then, right? Like, that's totally different. You're going against another team as opposed to practice squad, right?
Plus, that team was all hyped up because they had just taken out the fucking highest paid quarterback.
So they on the high right now.
The D is lit up.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, give me more. Boom.
Number
Another
2?
Sacrificial lamb.
Number 3? Okay. Let's see what you got.
Oh, shit. Come on, Raiders. Get it together. You're only in Oakland for like 3 more years.
Oh, man. But Mariota is doing Hawaii proud.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think.
They
got that wild card.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's fucking dope. Yeah. Do you know who they play in the wild card?
No, I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, go Titans. Come on, keep Hawaii alive.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. See you on the next episode. Take it away, P.
This has been a Nekko Media podcast broadcasting from the Blood Cave, part of the /tag Potter family. For myself, Annika Pussyfoot, Mox, and Ono, keep the lights on and check under the bed because there's only one universal truth. No lives matter. That means you.
We have candy.
Probably both. It's
This is a Nekko Media podcast.